Today we're talking Dream Productions, the Disney Plus Inside Out series.
Come dream with us. Ooh, stay tuned to find out.
Hello and welcome to Couple Chat.
Where we
Parents.
discuss topics for you.
Parents. I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie. Let's chat.
Tonight, we start watching Dream Productions, the Disney Plus Inside Out series, with our children.
Yeah, so Nate fell upon this in Disney Plus earlier today. He saw joy in the thumbnail, so he just thought that it was Inside Out.
Right.
And we had to explain to him, dude, this is a TV show. It's more like, Spidey and His Amazing Friends or like Super Kitties. There's episodes. It's not a movie. And he got very confused and upset and wanted to play it. And we were like, no, we want to watch it as a family. Like, can we do that later? And he goes, yeah. So we watched the first 2 episodes. And what'd you think?
So, every time Disney Plus seems to make a show, I don't know. Nothing's ever really all that original.
Exactly.
So, I don't know about you, but we tried to watch that Monsters, Inc. show. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is just the same show. It is. It's the same show, but with like an Office twist.
They both had that Office twist.
Did they?
Oh, yeah.
Because we only watched the first episode of that, was it Monsters at Work? Mm-hmm. Because it wasn't really all that great or that interesting. And I see, obviously, in this show, just like that show, they're trying to appease to both children and adults because they figure parents are going to be watching this more so than something like Super Kitties or Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
Right.
Whatever. This is more geared towards both audiences. Yeah. And, I mean, the plot lines are very obvious, the same cliche, like, oh, washed up, has been trying to get her career back as it's all falling apart around her. Mm-hmm. I think it's just, I don't know.
I don't like that part. I honestly, I never really was, don't come at me, peeps, but I never really was an Office fan. I only ever saw a few clips or like maybe one episode ever. I don't care for that format. I get what they're going for, and I know that it's based on something already because The Office in UK is what the US one is based on.
I never really liked the show past Steve Carell's exit, which, sure people are in an uproar about that too. Like, I've gotten to many conversations about this show, and I liked it. I liked it a lot when it was first on in the first few seasons, and it's just like anything. How many times can you do the same thing over and over again?
Right.
I think so. But
yeah. But that's the thing. So that's the thing. I feel like this is very much Office, but it's on a film studio.
Exactly.
So one thing I do like about it is the fact that it seems like the original cast is involved because you do see joy and sadness in that group, intercut in the episodes. And I don't know if it's the original cast or if they're just really good actors voice matching it or what have you, but I really do like that aspect of it.
I agree.
And like you see a lot of Riley still. Like it's not just about the dreams. Yeah. You're seeing her reality and her dream world. So it's really nice to like, I don't know, it's cool because it's more like a day-to-day for Riley than it is just
one big event.
One big thing or one big weekend.
I mean, it's moving up to a dance, obviously. Right. It seems like that's going to be the big hurrah, which again, another type of cliche thing to do. But I'm okay with that because this was a big problem that we had with Inside Out. I'm okay with the fact that they're taking a cliche part of being a child or a teenager or, going through your childhood because it's from the perspective of Inside Out and the way they're telling the story is different because we're seeing it we're seeing it through dreams, which is another interesting perspective. Right. But it's a different perspective than we've ever seen before. So like that part I like better than what they did in Inside Out 2 with this whole hockey camp thing.
Yeah. That was very narrow and kind of specific. Niche.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Too much. Even though like anyone can relate to like the whole leaving your friends for new friends type of thing, and like doing things you're not really comfortable with, but you know, you want to impress and all that. Like I get those parts of it, but it's just it was still too niche.
Yeah. And what I thought, okay, so something I didn't like, right?
From Dream Productions.
Is it after?
Yeah,
Inside
I don't
Out
know
2?
that either.
Because like she's with her friends, and like her friends are there every day, and they're like, school dance, Riley, like yeah let's go.
So I
like,
guess it's before.
Is it before she goes to high school? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like 8th grade year. Gonna go to this dance, one last hurrah.
They said 9 years after she got her pacifier taken away.
No,
right?
10. So
let's start with 9 years later.
9 years later. Oh, okay. Yeah, 9 years later. So
yeah, because they said she's 13.
She's about to be 13. She's a preteen.
So then it's before the second movie.
So she's 12. Okay. That's why I was like, why are these girls here? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They just kind of gloss over it. They don't really talk about it again. And I keep seeing the friends. And I'm like, but they shouldn't be there because I'm confused by Inside Out 2.
Right.
Now you're making an Inside Out universe where we have to watch it now, and then we'll have to watch it in chronological. Like,
right.
All right.
Yep. That's
We're
exactly
gonna do it.
Well, there's the little, what is it? Riley's First Date too.
Right.
So technically, I guess the chronology now is Inside Out, Riley's First Date, Dream Productions, Inside Out 2.
Right.
Because also, none of the new emotions seem to be in this.
No, they're not in this.
So there you go.
But I do like how they do show that joy in all of them. All the memories are being combined again, like still. Like ever since the first movie, they are showing that integration.
Right.
Where everyone's involved in it and like long-term memory and all that.
Right.
I do like all of that. That's nice to see that they kept certain things in there. It's just funny. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about them continuing it this way. We only just finished episode 2 because we watched it with the kids.
Yeah.
But they seem to like it for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We didn't ask, and you know, they watched them.
Yeah.
And they wanted to watch another one, but hard to say if that's like, ooh, we want to watch another one because like we're not going to bed yet, or we want to watch another one just because we're interested. So
yeah,
it did end on a pretty big cliffhanger, the premiere episode. So, I mean, look, I'm not shooting it down. I think if you're out there and you're big Inside Out fans and Pixar fans, it's fun, and I think it will hold your attention and your kids' attention. If you're looking for something that's not the normal thing that you're watching every day with your children, and you're like, you know what, I want to sit down and watch something with them, this is at least digestible and easier to watch with a younger audience, not like a movie. Because I know something we started recently is Friday night movie nights, and they love that. I don't know if you want to mention or talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So what I love about it is it really started with like Christmas movies, and the last week of Christmas time, like we were setting it up where we'd give them hot chocolate and like
hot chocolate is really how you're supposed to say
hot chocolate. Nate bought Emma matching popcorn buckets for Christmas. So they each have the same bucket. We didn't realize, but they are a Mickey and Minnie bucket.
Well, they hide it in the packaging.
Yeah. So you flip it around and it's Minnie on one side and Mickey on the other for both of them. But, you know, they eat popcorn out of these buckets. We only fill it about not even halfway. And then they have to have marshmallows, but like they're mini marshmallows and they have to be in their own separate bowls. This was a whole big thing. But regardless, they have a great time. And I think that they were doing it a little too often. We were doing it like every couple of nights. We weren't making it like super specific for that 1 week. And then we were going to like stop it all together.
They got their popcorn buckets for Christmas. And I think that's the thing that kind of started all this, initiated it.
And I think it was like that week after Christmas where it was like, we're just going to keep using our cool buckets. Like, this is so fun. And then we were like, whoa, slow down. Like, we can't be eating popcorn and marshmallows and hot chocolate every night.
Right.
So we made it Family Fridays or Fun Family Fridays, something like that.
I didn't know it had a name, but okay.
Yeah. I did anyway. Nate calls it that. Emma does too.
I guess I was left out of the family loop. The family floop.
But yeah, I really think that they enjoy, like, we set the living room up, we put the blankets on the floor. The one time I put the couch cushions on the floor.
Well,
we requested a gift for Christmas, and the gift was not what we expected. We requested for a play couch, like a nugget. We actually asked for a nugget, but budgets being what they are for all of those involved, the budget was unattainable. So we asked for any sort of play couch. Well, the play couch that was purchased just didn't meet our standards. It didn't expand the way it needed to, and it just didn't ever form up to that shape. But that's why we wanted it, because we wanted it to be for a fort in the living room or a little couch for them.
Yeah.
So they don't have to mess up our couch cushions. They could have it on the floor. They could have their own space. We could be on the couch.
Yep.
Well, now we can't do that because almost a month later, a month later.
Couple of weeks.
3 weeks later.
Yeah.
It's still not formed in the way it needs to be. Like, there are wedges, and the wedges are literally flattened still on the end. So, like, they won't even stay up. They won't even prop up to make a fort. That's wild to me.
Well, thankfully, the kids haven't seen it yet, and we don't have it at our house, but we've just been getting updates from the purchasers.
Yeah, from the mystery gift givers.
Yes, but hopefully we'll resolve that, and I mean, it'll make movie nights better. And I mean, I came back from the gym today, and Nate had built a fort with his chairs and the blankets, and I'm like, wow, yay! I mean, it's fun, but at the same time, it's like, at some point, it's like, dude, we need our stuff. Yeah. Because, like, he like, eventually, like, later today took over the couch, and I was like, okay. Now
no one can sit. Great. Yeah. And I sat on the ottoman and ate my dinner. Like, cool. Yeah, it's been fun. But we're hoping to get that resolved, and then they can really, like, dive deep into the play couch building fort world.
Yeah. But yeah, so this all is kind of like part of the same thing. We do these movie nights now, and Dream Productions, while we didn't do it on a movie night, maybe if you guys have a movie night, it might be something like, get your kids into binge watching now. Why not?
If they don't already, because I'm telling you, we've watched through all 2 seasons of Super Kitties within the span of like 3 to 4 days, and then we just continue. It's great.
Well, PBS Kids doesn't allow you to binge watch because Daniel Tiger doesn't have like full seasons on there. None of their shows do.
Right.
I mean, you can technically binge watch because they have enough episodes to last you a day at least. But
yeah,
and these kids can watch the same episodes over and over and over again. So.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yep. But anyway, so it's worth a watch, I think. And we don't know exactly where it's going to go yet, but we're very interested in it. And if you want to just delve back into the world of Inside Out, it's a fun time so far. Just, be prepared for the same old cliches. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, heard that story before. That's all. But your kids might just enjoy it.
So on a more somber note, we did want to just say a few words about the Palisades fires in California and how, thoughts and prayers, of course, are not helpful, but we do send them from the East Coast and hope that these don't spread any further than they already have. And those that do need the help, get the help that they need for just recovery. No more deaths, I feel like, is my hope, especially. But for those of you who want to help, who can help, who are in the area to help, just do what you can. If you can donate items like clothing and toys for the people who lost everything, just make sure that it's in decent enough condition. These people lost everything. They just don't need to lose their dignity as well. But I just hope that any help that you can give, they will receive. And it's just really sad to see all these homes and these people displaced, and some people even losing their lives or their loved ones. And can't even imagine what it's like.
Yeah, we were talking earlier today about it, and the hardest thing to think about is just, homes are material items. People obviously build their lives there, but I think the hardest thing to lose is memories, and whether that's the memories of being in that home or just the memories of if you have pictures or hard drives or anything of that sort. So, hopefully you can still cherish those things and take something positive out of this time. And, I know I read Milo Ventimiglia. He lost his home, and he was just saying how they were watching it on security footage and they just shut it off. And it's like, there's really nothing we can do, and we can't really dwell on it, and we just have to move on. And that's, unfortunately, like, a lot of it is just like, that's kind of what you have to do and think about. And like, you have to be strong and just continue forward. And so, but yeah, it's a really hard time. And help in any way. If you aren't in that area, there's plenty of places to donate, and do what you can.
Yeah.
No matter how little, no matter how big, just, everybody needs help.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so that's all from us for tonight. And we will see you in the next one. Not sure what that next one will be, but something.
We'll be talking, I don't know, maybe Emma birthday stuff.
Oh, yes. Emma's birthday. Nate's birthday's coming. St. Patrick's Day parade in Belmar, Lake Como.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. It's
That's
that
true.
time of year again. Jackie and I will be there live streaming.
Yeah.
So it'll be another good time. So we might talk about that as well. And, many, many other things. Maniloking Road Playhouse is opening soon. If you're in Ocean County and you love Brick Community Children's Theater, they will be moving into Brick's first theater ever. So lots going on that we could talk about in the coming weeks. So in the meantime, I'm Matt.
I'm Jackie.
Here are the Hahns signing out.
Thank you so much for listening to Couple Chat. Make sure to subscribe to us on Spotify or YouTube Music. You could even subscribe to our YouTube channel where you could see this episode in video. Thank you to Hahn Films for editing and producing this episode. Let's chat soon.